program kicks off. Your Excellency, Dr. Kizza Kashubauma, Head of the Austrian Embassy, the Deputy Commissioner General of Uganda Prison Service, the Director Immigration, the Head of State House and Corruption Unit, the representatives of agencies which we closely work with, colleagues from the jail sector, development partners present, guests from the Office of the President, my colleagues, the directors, and heads of specialized units, members of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This morning I'm privileged to stand before you and present the crime report, the annual crime report. But before I do this, allow me to announce to you the death of our two predecessors, retired Inspectors General of Police. The one who died first was the Inspector General of Police Emeritus Okoth Ogola, but also this week we also lost Inspector General of Police Emeritus John Kose Odomel. And at this juncture, I request that we have a moment of silence in recognition of these ancestors. Thank you very much. We shall continue to celebrate their lives because they made a big contribution to this institution, and we value what they left with us. First and foremost, I'm privileged to welcome you to the Uganda Police Force Headquarters, Naguru, for the launch of the Annual Crime Report 2024. This being my maiden annual crime report as Inspector General of Police, allow me, first and foremost, to extend my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for entrusting me with the responsibility of leading the Uganda Police. We note that there was a 4.1% decrease in the number of crimes reported to police from 74,000 cases in 2023 to 218,715 cases in 2024. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our people who were able to lodge in their complaints at the various police stations and units in 2024. It is these reported complaints that enabled us to compile this annual crime report and be able to assess progress in fulfilling our mandate as enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Apart from my overall role, which is to give strategic guidance and direction to the police force to ensure law and order, one of my tasks as Inspector General of Police has been to implement the pending directive by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda to reorganize the force from a city or town-based force to a Uganda police force as envisaged in the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. In so doing, we have started implementing the sub-county policing model, where we shall have 18 police officers at each sub-county. And within this 18, the total will be for patrols, while others will be supporting in other functionalities. This is aimed at decentralizing the police services closer to the people, enhancing crime prevention in the communities, and enabling quick response to crimes. I can comfortably comment at this stage, even as we start, that the support the police is getting is quite overwhelming, and we are quite sure that we are going to pull off this task very quickly, because the support of the rest of the people is with us. In the above reorganization of the force, the priority is in improving the mindset and operational readiness of the personnel to perform their duties, including their welfare, housing, health, and capacity building to ensure professionalism. This, coupled with adequate anti-crime infrastructure like the CCTV, forensic services, and all other enablers, we shall be able to provide strategic security, prosperity, and socio-economic transformation of this country, which is a big vision of the people of Uganda. I wish to commend the good coordination we have built with other stakeholders, including the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Judiciary, the jailers, local councils, the general public, and also including all the sister security agencies like the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the Prison Services, Internal Security Organization, External Security Organization, and also both the local and international organizations. This coordination, cooperation, and collaboration explains the achievements we continue to register in dealing with various forms of crime to ensure that law and order is maintained. It is therefore our resolve that in 2025, my leadership will continue to focus on the above priorities, including expanding on the existing anti-crime infrastructure to ensure a professional and people-centered police for a safe and secure society. I once again encourage the general public to always report cases to the police because it forms the basis of policing strategies. At this juncture, I would like to call upon my colleagues to add on communication towards my presentation, and I would like the Director CID, followed by the Director Traffic and Road Safety, as well as the Director Fire and Rescue Services, in that order, to come and add on to my presentation, after which I'll get back and conclude this presentation. Thank you very much.
Afande IGP and all the distinguished guests, without going through again the protocol, my work as the IGP has guided is basically to give a brief summary of the highlights of the annual crime report. I'll request my team to put it on the screen, yes, so that you can follow the executive summary. And then thereafter, when my colleagues are done and the report is launched, we shall provide the audience the copies, and later we shall also upload these documents on the various platforms of Uganda Police. Afande IGP has already told you that in 2024, we registered a 4.1% decline in the crime. And the organizing team this time has gone ahead to give you a summary in terms of projection, what we had in 2022, 2023, and now 2024. This is not a mean achievement. It means the entire police family has done everything together with the stakeholders to have this trend go down. But we have a few highlights in terms of cases that we were able to take to court, which is 81,750. In those, we also had convictions. And for us, this is, as CID, a very big achievement. We registered 26,328. But we are also having some cases which are ongoing in court, arising from last year, which is 43,000. And of interest, we also had 46,000 which we did not proceed with. This category, people will report to a police station, but when you analyze, it is a civil matter, or sometimes it is resolved, so we don't proceed with such a cases. But we also had 1,510 acquittals by courts of law, but the overall total, which we submitted last year to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, was 119,000, and we also managed to get some cases dismissed, sometimes due to some technicalities, sometimes maybe we didn't put up the best case, so we go back and revisit these cases, and these were 10,000 plus. We are still having a backlog of 90,000 cases which are under investigation, and we think as we go in 2025, we shall report about the progress on how much we would have done on those cases. Now, briefly, Afanda IGP, the team has tried to prepare just on the highlights of specific crimes. Let's look at thefts. Our statistics of 61,529 cases registered, compared to what we reported last year, gives us a decrease of 6.6%. Now, this is not to say we are happy with this, but what we are dealing with is what we managed to recover or deal with in terms of thefts. On assault, by end of 2024, we had registered 29,000 cases, 580. Again, this was a decrease by 1% from what we reported last year, and we have also given you what we reported in our annual crime report of the previous year. On sex-related offenses, we see a huge decline from 14,425 sex-related cases, but this does not mean we are satisfied with that figure. It's a result of a lot of support, even from the JALOS and other stakeholders who have invested so much in this area. So I want to thank you, and I think the statistics prove that the coordination has worked. We see cases of domestic violence decreasing by 4% to now 14,073 that we registered last year. But when you compare it with the previous 2 years, we also see some steady progress there. These break-ins have been a big problem to our public, and I think as Afande was telling you about the sub-county model, it is largely being designed to assure our people that these break-ins of their homes must really be dealt with. But interestingly, from our statistics, you realize that it went down by 7.1%, meaning the combined effort we have used, all of us, has paid off. Life is better, although we are not yet happy with it. Now, on economic and corruption-related crimes, the Uganda police registered 13,132 cases. This gave us an increment of 1.6%. But you also realize the Inspector General of Government has her own statistics by the Constitution, issues which are not necessarily police-related. For us, we are reporting our part and the cases we investigated. Afande IGP, I want to report to the country that I think police has done some work in this fight on corruption. and we don't want to talk about it a lot. But we want to assure Ugandans that we are going to deal with these cartels. Regardless of who you are, how much money you own, the day we land on you, you will go to Luzira for sure. I'm happy Afande is here. He's keeping some of our big clients. So Afande GP, with your leadership, I want to promise Ugandans that if you are stealing taxpayers' money, it may not be today, but when we get you, for sure, you will pay. That one I can pledge before the Ugandan population. Now, on the other, threatening violence, we did see a lot of decline. By end of 2024, we registered a total of 10,160 cases, but still, this was a decrease by 4% from what we had reported in the previous 2 years. On child-related offenses, we realized that the figures went down by 12.4% in this 2024, but efforts are ongoing, as you can see the trend, to work together and reduce this problem. The next threat was on robberies, which also tend to worry our population. We see an increase by 5%. So this is a lot of work for us to do, but with the sub-county model, we have thought out a process to deal with this. On malicious damage to property, the police registered 7,992 cases. But again, when you look at in comparison with what we reported last year, we see a growing trend of improvement. But this remains one of our biggest problems, as it arises largely from the land conflicts, from the lot of land conflicts which continue to be registered. Related to that, we see the criminal trespass, which category also, majority of this relates to conflicts over land, ownership, property, and so on. The next category is homicide. This is very unfortunate because we registered some very, very bad